Okay, gang, in this video, we're going to go over the automated discovery of SEO low-hanging fruit. So by that, I mean content that is sometimes overlooked for the flashier tasks. So things we've already created that might have just gotten old, stale, or just weren't executed on properly the first time. But there's still a lot of value in them if we kind of revisit and refresh them. So this is all going to start with the BigQuery bulk export from Search Console. If you haven't set this up, I highly recommend it because it doesn't backfill data. It's only going to collect it from when you trigger it. It's a very simple process. I'll link the video and the article in the description below. But when you set this up, it starts funneling all of your data. Some of it is removed, but a lot more than you get in the traditional view in Search Console. It puts it all into BigQuery, and then you can, query any of this stuff with SQL. And if you don't know any, I have some linked in my article, but it's very easy to kind of mess around with this and get some simple reports. But it becomes a very organized, very exhaustive list of all your queries and the URLs that they're ranking for. And then since this isn't, the prettiest, you don't want to be going in here every day, you can bring this over to Looker Studio, and you'll see here there's a little accelerated by BigQuery BI engine. So querying this data from BigQuery and Looker Studio is very, very fast. Highly recommend utilizing this. But that exact report you just saw, that data in BigQuery, is now in this format, much easier to use. And this is highlighting actual data from Search Console that we can now manipulate. And the one that I created is low-hanging fruit. So to do this, we want to set up the table so that it's summing and averaging, our different metrics. The big one here is the count for the queries, because I think this is what highlights the best part of this low-hanging fruit. We're ranking for so many different queries organically, but we might not be getting the clicks and impressions. So this is how I have set this up. So you can see the different color coding in the top right there. 3 conditional formatting rules applied. CTR less than 1, queries greater than or equal to 10, and impressions greater than 100. You'll need to manipulate these based on your data, but this is the one that works best for me right now, so that when we sort by this data, and I have it filtered by the most number of queries, so you can start to see, okay, we got some articles in here that have a lot of queries, getting a lot of impressions, but doing almost nothing with clicks. So when we see how these are highlighted, have it sorted whatever way you want, you can then copy that URL, bring it down into here for all of your keyword data. Again, this is the BigQuery bulk export. Sort by that, and you saw how fast it loaded with that acceleration. Now you can see all these different search terms that are triggering your website, lots of impressions, and I've only had this bulk export going for a little over a month, so still lots of impressions, 361 impressions and 0 clicks. That's brutal. I got to do something about that. So what you can do is then open up the page. I thought that would work. There you go. Open up the page and start to look through your keywords and see, do I have this, covered in the page better than anyone else? And if not, how can I go in and refresh this content? So I highly recommend digging into this stuff. It's very, very simple to set up. And with that BigQuery bulk export, depending on how you set up, it'll update every day, every week, or whenever you want it to. So as you're refreshing content, as the weeks and months go by, this will constantly be updating. You'll get new queries in here. This chart up here will change as well. So you'll see maybe this one doesn't get flagged anymore. Maybe you're getting the clicks so that this is no longer highlighted yellow. Again, very, very helpful report here, that when you start to see how many different queries on a page-by-page basis you are ranking for and getting impressions but not clicks, makes it super simple to dive into here and see, okay, how do I refresh this content? So that one I just copied, let's see here. Website content audit template. Clearly, I don't even mention this. I don't think you need to force keywords into here, but that's a pretty decent keyword that I should probably have covered in here somewhere. So again, go through these, dig through the different keywords. Do some of these make sense for a header? Do some of these make sense for an internal link somewhere else on your site pointing to this page? There's countless things you can do here, but this is just a very easy report to surface all this data for you. So I hope you guys are able to set this up. I'll link all the related content in the description as well, but Hopefully this works for you. And if you run into any issues, please comment below or reach out to me on any of my social channels. Thanks, guys.